Hey everybody, it's your girl Bijane Kareem, the grant guru and the STEMinist. And as always, the last Tuesday of the month, talk to you just for 10 minutes, share some quick grant tips and tricks, pretty much things that I've learned from my experience as an educator in the classroom that it's most important that I share, give back to other educators so they are not spending out of their pocket. So today we're talking about the 12 steps to winning classroom grants. Only 12, only 12. So let's go ahead and dig in on those 12 steps. Before I do, always got to tell you what we do over here at BK International Education Consultancy. Our focus is to strengthen educators' practices to better serve youth. And usually we do that by sessions such as this, talking about how can educators get what they need, fully stock their classrooms and their schools so that they can better support you. BK International also does dabble in a little bit of curriculum, instructional design, continuing education and training, as well as program development and management. As you see here, we love educators. So we help support pre-K through 12 school communities, youth parent group organizations, as well as government and nonprofit. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. We got you. We got you covered. All right. So for tonight, we're going to illustrate a 12-step grant writing process that is proven. I have used this over and over again as a classroom educator, as well as an edupreneur, as a business owner, in securing grants for my small business. And the overall hope is that this will help to build educators' knowledge and confidence to actually write grants so that you can increase those student supports and positive outcomes. Right. So, what we've been waiting on, what are the 12 steps? What is the 12-step process? Here we go. Here we go. Here is the secret formula. So, when you are writing a grant, you want to follow these 12 steps. As you can see here, you're going to collect data, then you're going to analyze the data and identify from that data what needs does my target group have. If you're serving your students, who what needs do your students have based on data, based on what you see, right? Maybe it's a parent group that you have that you're supporting. What are the needs based on data that you can collect? And then you want to select what is your target group? Is your target group the entire group that you've collected data on? Or maybe there's a subset that kind of rises up like, oh, they have an interesting need. Let's create some type of grant project or project that we can find some funding to help support them. So for example, if you're a classroom teacher, maybe it's your ELL students. Maybe it's your students who are needing additional support in reading. Maybe it's your students who are maybe gifted in math or want to explore STEM in some kind of way. So whoever your target groups are, what are their needs? And then you define a goal. What do you want them to be able to achieve or accomplish? What do you want them to be able to do based on that data? What do you want them to do differently? What are some objectives that they can reach for? How will you evaluate that they have mastered those objectives and that goal? What activities can you create? What timeline? How long will it take you to implement these activities? What's your budget? Can you get somebody to proofread it and then submit your grant proposal? So if you look at this and you're an educator, you may think, this looks pretty familiar. If you're an educator, this should look very similar to a lesson plan. So that's why I want to share this with educators, because it's grant writing is very similar to pulling out those components from a quality lesson plan. So here are the 12 quick steps: looking at data, identifying your target group, what's the goal, objective, evaluation, activities, timeline, budget, how much will it cost, and then don't forget to get somebody to proofread it before you send it off. So voila, there you go. 12 quick steps. That is the secret formula I use each and every time to write whatever grant that I have. And you'll also notice in grant applications, they'll ask you these questions. They may ask you in a different way, but this is what they're getting at when they are asking you questions in a grant application. Right. So for all of the participants who are here today, I have a little resource for you, as I always do. Sharing is caring. I have a grant readiness checklist. And so it's a couple things for you to consider as you are going after grants or seeking grants, whether it's for your classroom, whether it's for your school, whether it's for a PTA program, whether it's for some type of educational program, whether it's for daycare, whoever it's for. here's a checklist that you want to have so that you can make sure that you are best positioned for success if you do get a grant. Sorry, not if you do, when you do get a grant. So I'm going to pop the link of that in the chat box for you all. Pop the link right there in the chat box so that you can come back later and get your free checklist. I'm also going to put on the screen. You can go to tinyurl.com, grant checklist 21 to get that same checklist, just to make sure you're in the best position to go after grants. All right. If you want more information that I share with you, that 12 quick steps, I have another resource for you. You want to grab this. You want to go to tiny.cc teacher tips. It's case sensitive, and that will give you access to my grant writing starter guide that has those 12 quick steps and even more resources in there on actually how to fill out a grant application. What are they looking for? What are some examples of how to write those sections? All of that is included in there for you. Okay, so you don't want to sleep on that resource. And as always, if you have any questions, put them in a comment, put them in a chat box. I'll be happy to respond and answer those for you. I'm here to help support and to help you stop spending out of your pocket for educational programs. There are billions of dollars of funding out there, and you could tap into that too. All right. So I already showed you how to get access to my grant writing starter guide in a special partnership with Kindle Unlimited on Amazon. If you have a subscription to Kindle Unlimited, you can get a free copy of my ebook, 12 Quick Steps to Writing Winning Classroom Grants. See, again, all kind of freebies, all kind of resources helping you to step up your game so you can get what you need to best serve kids. All right. So stay connected. I'm at www.bkconsultancy.org. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube at BK Consultancy, or on IG at BK_consultancy. So we thank you for your time, and I'll see you again in a month. Thanks. Bye.